Today, I'm going to share with you how to create customized lessons that wow your students and get your customers coming back for more. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I'm here in Thinkific inside of my course curriculum, and if you didn't actually watch my previous video, you can actually watch that video by clicking up right above here on YouTube. You're going to go ahead and watch that video to show you how I got started. But first, I want to actually create adding a chapter. Now, in the add a chapter area, you're going to notice that the chapters are somewhat like I call them units or modules, and so this is where each of the subsections will live. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say this is chapter 1. I'm going to go ahead and select save, and when I'm ready to begin a new lesson, I'm going to go ahead and select add a lesson. Now here's the really cool thing that you can create in Thinkific. You can create video lessons, quizzes, multimedia, text, survey, PDF, audio, download. You can do HTML. You can even do some live things such as webinars and integrating within Zoom. There are just so many options. I don't want to overwhelm you because seriously, you might be feeling a little overwhelmed. It's not that really hard, I promise. All right, so let's go ahead and head on over to Thinkific, and I'm going to share with you what I really like customizing within the platform. So without further ado, I'm going to actually show you what I do to create lessons on repeat and creating a template. Now here is the simple text-based lesson. This is one of my favorite text-based ways to create a lesson. And here is where we can actually create all of these different sizing for our fonts. We've got these colors, and it's pretty much like writing in a Word document. So again, if you want to make your text-based lessons really comprehensive, you can embed different types of files. So I'm going to show you a simple way to add your title into the top. And again, as I mentioned, there's not a ton of different types of font selections that Thinkific has. So if you're looking for something really fancy and you want to add customized fonts, you'll need to get a special app to do that, or you can actually hire a web developer to create a custom font for you. Now, I'm going to go ahead and make this a little bit bigger. So let's go ahead and make that title chapter 1, and then we're going to go ahead and add in that line. I'm going to remove that line there at the top. And what I can do is actually add in that hex color again. So if I wanted to make that color branded to the look and feel, I'm just going to add that there. You can also go ahead and attach files. Normally what I do is I simply add in some basic text. So I'm just going to say, in this lesson, I'm going to cover X, Y, and Z. Oops. And Z. All right, so that's a basic text. Now, if you wanted to add an image, let's go ahead and just add one of the images that I actually have from a recent trip. So I'm going to go to my photos area, and you'll see that I've got some lovely different photos here, and some of them are absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to go ahead and open this file. You can see that it's uploading and you have the progress bar. And what I like to do is I like to align my images and make them responsive so that they're visible on any device. Now, the one thing that I will say is that if you're looking to make everything responsive, just keep in mind Thinkific does not have an app. So that is one thing that I think I would really love to have in the future. So if there's any Thinkific experts out there, please make an app because I would love to have an app. So here you can see this image is really blown up quite a bit. But again, if I didn't want that selected, I can deselect that and it would normally shrink down. I can also drag with my cursor and you can see that the size actually increases and decreases. Now, I will say that one thing that I appreciate about Thinkific is that they really do a great job of allowing you to create as many customization options within the platform. I've tried a lot of different other platforms like Kajabi, Podia, Teachable, and many others, and I haven't really found something that gives me the ability to customize the text and content within the lessons themselves as much as Thinkific. So in my personal opinion, I really like using it. It's just something I personally like. All right, let's go back into Thinkific. We got the text, we've got this beautiful image right here. And now if I really wanted to, I can add in a video. So this is one thing that I really like that I can actually add in this video. I will say that you can really add in videos as a separate lesson, but I do like that you have the ability to add it in. Another great thing about it is if I wanted to add a YouTube video that's unlisted or add a video with an HTML code such as on Vimeo or some sort of code that's held on a separate area, I can also do that right here, which is super fun. And I'm going to go ahead and show you though the standard way to actually add this video in. And that's actually just by simply inserting a video from a file. So what I need to do to insert a video is I have to actually upload it manually into Thinkific using the video player options. But today I have already uploaded several videos, so I'm just going to go ahead and add this video in here, and I'm going to go ahead and simply insert it. So here I have this beautiful video. You can see that the player customization playback options are customized to this yellow. And again, if I wanted to make this responsive, I can update it. You can see that this is now customizing that visual. Now, the cool thing about Thinkific is it also allows me to preview all the course lessons or as an enrolled student. So what happens here is it pops up in a secondary window. And because I didn't save it, you can't quite see it yet. So silly me, I need to save it to make sure that it's going to be visible. And let's go ahead and preview this again. I'm going to refresh it to see what it looks like. Here you go. And now we have this beautiful, completely aligned lesson with a text paragraph, we have an image, and we have a video. So it's quite cool that you can do all these different customizations for your text-based lessons. And I'm going to show you how you can even add some additional elements inside of your course and how you can make it so that your customers will want to come back for more. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm going to show you what's next on creating lessons that wow your customers. All right, I wanted to take a moment and share with you how you can actually create beautiful and customized lessons for your students. So what I'm going to do is share with you an example of what's inside of my course and what I actually share with my one-on-one clients as well as my coaching students inside of my personal coaching program, Course Impact Mastermind. So let's go ahead and take a peek. So inside of the Course Creator Toolkit, what's cool about this is that there's so many different types of lessons that you can create. And one of the lesson types that you can create is this discussion board. And what's great about this is I have created these images to stand out, and I also share with people how to actually use the discussion board when they want to actually create a new post. So you can see different kinds of interactions here. And you can see that you have all these instructions. So I'm going to go ahead and toggle back over. And what we can see here is that there's all of the chapter areas at the top. And now we can actually go into the interactive types of lessons. So I'm going to go ahead and hop on over to some interactive lessons to show you what you can do and customize inside of your course. So I'm inside of one of my other courses, and that's my Wondrous Webinars course. So I'm going to go ahead and select this option here. It's one of my favorites. And so here you can see that there's this video. Now this is embedded using an HTML code, which I've copied into the text area. And what this does is it's going to allow me to interact with my students, video, audio, or text. And I add this into the beginning of a lot of my courses, but specifically this course, to really understand where my student is so that they can hear back from me so I can give them custom feedback.
Hi there! I'd love to know who you are and who it is that you serve.
So this is one of my favorite tools that I like to use inside of my course lessons to really make it fun and engaging. They can actually record video for my camera shy people. They also can do audio or text as well. Another thing I really quite like about this is, again, with the interactive options here, we have this interactive area where you can actually go to new videos based off of options there. You can
Yay! You want
redirect
to learn about
people
slide.
to a new place, and you have all of this, options right here. So it's really quite fun, and I actually really enjoy making it. So, okay. So let's go back to the Course Designer Toolkit, and here you can see what I was talking to you about in terms of the discussion board. So to make a discussion board, in case you have dripped content, you can actually add in that feature by simply enabling under lesson settings, apply to all lessons to the course or this specific lessons. And again, this is just for this lesson, but I wanted this to be clearly identified how people can actually create the new posts, and I added those instructions. Now, what's also cool about this is hopping back over to the preview section, I can even create HTML customization options for something that I like to use on some rare occasions, which is HTML5, H5P. Woo, that was a tongue twister. H5P. So H5P allows me to actually create my own unique learning experience. And this is something coming from my master's degree in adult learning theory. And so I was really excited that there was an option to embed H5P content. I'm going to give you an example of what I'm talking about here within the area for the Course Creator Toolkit. So let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and take a look here. And here inside of Project Planning Success, we have multiple different kinds of content. And what's cool about H5P is it allows you to create a visual feedback driven type content for quizzes and slides with images. So I can actually go ahead and check it, and it will tell me if I've got the points listed correctly. And here I can go ahead and have students read this. They can continue here. And then you can see the feedback is giving either correct or incorrect. And again, you can actually go to reset it and allow them to try again, right? So that is really quite cool, and I actually really love using that feature. Again, I think it's really important to add instructions if you're going to have a way to interact with the content like this. So that's really quite fun. All right. Now, I want to show you what it looks like on the front end for your quizzes. So if you have a quiz, you want to create a beautiful quiz, this is where you would do it. You have this quiz here. I have these two options, which is a multiple choice, and then I can actually confirm if it's correct or if it's incorrect. Okay, so this is really fun. Like, I actually added this GIF and my lessons so that if student selects the correct one, they do get a gift. And I also add a gift in this option here as well. So if they do actually not get it, that's something that they'll get as well. So I really like to use those gifts. Those are fun. Okay, so we've got the quizzes, but how do you actually do this? So I've already showed with you how to create a discussion board. So without further ado, I'm going to show you with you. Whoa, I'm going to show you how to create an online quiz. And so to do that, what I would want to do is I would want to add a new lesson. What's cool about this is I can actually copy a lesson from previous lessons from different courses, but if you're just starting from scratch, you're going to go ahead and select quiz, and we're going to add a simple quiz. I'm just going to say, what ingredients do you need for peanut butter and jelly sandwiches? All right, and jelly sandwiches. Okay, so I've added this question here. I'm going to go ahead and select one correct answer. And I am going to go ahead and, let's see here. I'm going to copy this because this is for a multiple quizzes, but I'm going to go ahead and go here. And then I'm just going to say peanut butter and jelly, duh. And then I'm going to have, I have no idea. This is just for fun. Okay, so now I've actually had the correct answer selected by actually clicking on this option here. I also have choice 2, which is showing me the incorrect answer. And now I'm going to go ahead and enter in an explanation. Now, this explanation is something that you can add in that's going to allow you to explain why something is correct and what some students actually need to enter in for their own course answers. So I'm just going to say peanut butter and jelly is correct. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and save this option here. I've got some other options like quizzes that require passing grade, make a free preview lesson. This is a prerequisite. And I'm going to go ahead and select yes. And what I'm going to do is deselect draft so that I can actually see it. And then I'm going to select preview, then course as an enrolled student. Then it's going to open up in a second window, and then I'm going to be able to click here. All right, so again, we have our question, what ingredients do you need for peanut butter and jelly sandwiches? Pretty sure I added an H there by accident. A or B, and I'm gonna select A, and here we go, answer is correct. We see the explanation right there at the bottom. So it's pretty great that you have this option for quizzes. Now, in terms of actually writing this out and creating your lessons, I really think it's important if you have some sort of certification program, if you're a HR type of industry, or maybe you are just an online course creator that really wants to allow their students to excel in a given subject. Quizzes are a great way to reinforce learning. It's not everyone's favorite, but I have to say doing little checkpoints can be very helpful. Now, I don't think that quizzes are really necessary for anything that's digital marketing related, unless it's a certification program. So I just want you to keep that in mind with quizzes. They're not everyone's favorite, but they do have their own purpose. We've showed you how to create a quiz. I've shared with you how you can actually create interactive lessons inside of your Thinkific school, and I've shared with you examples for Thinkific courses that I currently have. Now, what's cool about this is you have the ability to really customize it as much as you want. You can add videos, you can add text, you can add lots of different options. And as I said here, taking a look at the multimedia, surveys, PDFs, downloads, it's quite a great option if you really want to make something customized. So let's say, for example, that you've got this type of lesson and you want an assignment template here. Let's say that you don't have a template, but you want to give somebody the ability to upload something. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so I'm just gonna say upload your assignment. And I'm just showing this to you just to share with you that you have the ability to upload a lesson option. So again, certification options. I really think that this is a powerful way to actually get your students to upload their curriculum and review it so that you can manually approve their lesson to continue, or actually ask them to revise something, especially if some sort of certificate is going to be at the end. So let's say that you have your upload assignment, and again, let's go ahead and preview as a student. We're going to go ahead and drag it all the way down, upload your assignment. So this is really great, and I find that I've talked with people who have Teachable. At the present time, I know that Teachable does have some options where you can upload areas to allow a receipt of certain assignments, but what I want to mention to you is this is already inbuilt inside of the course platform. So what's great about this is connecting up to Dropbox, Google Drive, OneDrive, and you also have the ability to link over to a file. So like again, if we're looking here, so many different options to upload that assignment, which is super helpful, especially if you're going to create an online school with lots of different students. So this is very, very helpful if you're trying to deliver high quality support to your students. If you're a coach or a consultant, definitely recommend using this if you are going to need to review assignments. Okay, now that we have this assignment area uploaded, I've shared with you how to do a few different types of lessons. I'm just going to share with you my personal last minute thoughts before we conclude this video. If Thinkific is the course platform that you need to actually start your online course school and start making more online income through online courses and digital products, feel free to check on out my resources and subscribe to watch more tech tutorials. If you are just joining us, make sure that you watch my previous video right here. And inside that video, you're going to learn exactly how to get started with Thinkific to create your online course school and grow your online income this year. I hope that helps, and thank you so much for watching. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, and also, if you're not already doing so, make sure that you're already click that button to subscribe for more videos. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day.